That wasn't nearly as graceful as it usually was. Okay, let me close... Actually, one moment. Let me close my door. There we go. And I realized that the thing is still visible. Oops. I am very prepared today. I'm very prepared today. So, yes, we are going to do our very best. Our absolute best to avoid doing a colonialism. If I stray too close to doing colonialism, feel free to unsubscribe. Hello! Alright. This is my first time streaming, so I apologize if I'm less good at it. Not our first time streaming, obviously, but my first time streaming. Alright, and I'm going in completely blind to this game. I have never played it. I haven't seen anybody play it, so... hopefully, it won't be terrible. Okay. Warning, this game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our content warnings. Yeah, there are some content warnings. I don't think there's anything too terrible. There is, I think, some violence, some domestic abuse issues. So if that is uncomfortable to you, feel free to leave at any time. You don't even have to apologize. It is absolutely not a problem. You wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire! Oh, this looks very flammable. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Whoa! Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. Ah, yes. The typical amnesia plotline. Aw, thank you. I would love sushi. What is going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Ah, yes, we're fully in the alien world with its fun new seasons. Okay. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog, like from Earth? No. Oh, no. Nope. Nope. Not a dog. Not a dog. Have to vibe to this music. It's so good. Oh, we have plenty of good sushi. You are born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship. Halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the Oh! Your parents are not straight. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4 in the hopes that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you in the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and tradition. They name you... What did they name us, chat? I feel like Solane. Solanaceae? Solanaceae? It's appealing on just the confusion factor alone, but I don't know if I can pronounce that reliably. Let's go with Selena. There's a pronoun slider? You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. This is... I cannot change. Oh. It's... it's... You can choose the level to which you are. I will go ahead and pick they, them, because that's most easy. Let's see. How about an androgynous if you... wait. Wait a second! Really? Oh, that's very cool. Oh, this is incredible. This is so good. No gender cube, only gender sliders. That works. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Vertumnal will be like. It is very nice. I don't believe I've seen a game that lets you choose custom pronouns. Let's see. Okay, so... Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. Oh! We're doing Federation crimes. By age 6, you see the first sign of yours. Eagle eyes, extra fingers, absorb brain. I have a very absorbent brain. Yes, I do like the music a lot. I suppose so. Super strength, calm temperament. I'm going to go ahead and pick... I know! I'm not sure what absorbent means. Let's pick calm temperament. Nothing can faze you. You're rarely frustrated, and you don't let anxiety get the better of you. You brush insults aside, always play nice, and never have to be told that sharing is caring. Oh, lovely! A wetter brain. It's sexy. I didn't know that. Yes, they didn't notice the extra finger until 6 years in. Very observant. You're especially nice to your friend. Energetic and loyal Anemone. Tough and gentle Cal. Bold and confident Mars. Quiet and adventurous Dees. There's only 4 here. There's more... Well, if you wanted it, you should have gotten the genetic enhancement on your character select screen. Okay, incredible. Let's see. Who should we pick? What about... Let's pick... Mars. Let's pick Mars, I think. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, wet brains. Mars is a natural leader. Whenever you're playing together, Mars is the one who comes up with all the ideas. She can be a little bossy, but that's part of her charm. She always organizes fun stuff for the kids after class. You're both founding members of the Secret Fun Times Club. Ah, the Secret Fun Times Club. Yes, everybody knows about that. Mars's ambition. What does that mean? Well, hold on. Let's see. Oh, so there are more. Oh, so we have transphobia. Lovely. Oh, she's adorable. Oh no, all of these characters are so adorable. I'm going to pick Mars. That was my first choice, and I'm going to stick with it. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems with the planet Vertumna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. Well, I was reading the description. One of the characters is trans, and apparently she doesn't have a very good relationship with her brother, who I suppose doesn't like it, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think the game is transphobic. I think it's going to depict perhaps a transphobic character in a nuanced way. I have very little reasoning. I'm very stupid. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble, then things start to slide off tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Selena, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we've practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Lovely. Put on a tough face, you need more toughness. Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, you get in touch with your emotions? Let's pick that. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. I don't know what these things are. I don't know what these are for. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Mars is trying to quietly console her. She sighs as your crying makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it out. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and then you're stretching too, your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? Seems like it. You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is the sense of déjà vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. Interesting. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams your back against the wall head first. You black out. Your gender got wormholed. Oh, what? It skipped. I'm sorry. You wait. The shaking builds. Oh, there. Okay, there. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once, and more than just one tomorrow, lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking as stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. What a way to put that! Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbed under you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. Okay. They may now safely be discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright? You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight? Trees? Ground? I've never seen these things before. Never seen ground before. Instead of the familiar blackness of space. No. I don't think so, actually. Oop. Can someone take care of that? Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere and people walking around, outside, on the ground! You better get out there and join them. I wonder if I can do it. Thank you. Rush outside or cautiously step? Let's be cautious about this. Oh. Oh, it's cute. Oh! Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Southeast. Okay. Walk, click on the ground. Okay, well. I am playing on controller. Southeast. This way. This way. No? This way. No? Southeast. Southeast, not southwest. I'm very good at directions. So, Lane, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Yes, I did figure that out. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I have thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Aw, you love your dad. You love your dad. Why does it do that? No. Go up. Did it say it for me? Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated into two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up against the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. Apparently I said it's beautiful. I'm glad you agree, he says. Your mother and I, we've been waiting a long time to see grass and trees again, even if they are purple. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. Well, clearly I do not. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. I've been in a coma. How could I possibly know? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Well. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of déjà vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. Maybe so. I don't know. I'll try clicking on it and see if that makes it better. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. You open it. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes. But how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Selene? He slaps his fingers. He snaps his fingers, even. Dr. Instance shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. That might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Selene, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed and... He stops himself. Don't worry, we're going to fix it, your mother and I. Unlock study humanities and engineering. Billy Pilgrim? What? How's that? Professor Hal is expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Selene. I love you. Aww. Oh, yes. It's been a while since I've read Slaughterhouse-Five. Give him a thumbs up. No, I'm going to say I love you too. To enter buildings, click on the door and the flag beside it, or get close and press enter on another action button. Hold on, there's a time limit. Then choose an activity for the month. For the month? The whole month? We only get one activity? That's sad. Advanced time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. There's 10 years to the end of the game? You'll only have time to focus on a few things. Oh no. Oh boy. Hiya, Selene. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat and you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. What are you making? Just snow spirals, she said, but earlier me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in medbay. She smiles in her broad, gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. All right. Not if I see you first, Anemone says, flashing you a peace sign. Hey, maybe see you in class. Oh, right. You probably should go to class, like your mom said. You kids are expected to manage your own schedules so that you don't have to if you don't feel up to it, but it's not a bad idea. Okay. So is this... Which one is the humanities? Engineering. Oh, okay, yes. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony, other quarters, leading off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of it, this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Selene. What should we study? I feel like life sciences is probably a good idea. We are trying to live on an alien world, after all. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologist and upcoming chemist. Professor Hal welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. The wet brain is back! He gestures to his hollow-projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. Is geology a wet science? Typically, rocks are not wet. Well... No, I take that back. Sometimes rocks are wet. You'll learn a little bit of everything, with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. True. For today's lesson, Professor Hal tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree. Prominent natural resource. I'm going to study humanities next, I think. A prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. Is lava wet? It's not dry. It is a liquid, so it is technically wet. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over 1 meter a day. Wow. And have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideals conditions. To find out. Nobody touch lava. I don't condone this. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up surveyor's notes on the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. What if we use water instead of soil, Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics? Tang nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. Selene, do you have any suggestion? This is not my field of study. Let's see. The stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous. Well, it's stormy. I don't know. What? Tang explains. Selene, how does that have any basis in reality? She looks at she looks to Cal for support, and he just shrugs, but he doesn't look convinced either. Neither understand why you'd want to electrocute a plant. Listen, it's not my field of everything is made out of electricity, it's fine. You explain that there are storms in the swamp. Electrical storms, and maybe somehow that, well... Maybe Selene is right, Tanks nods slowly. It could make sense, and if it is true, we'd be the first ones to discover it. This is enough to entice Tang into most things. You attach a small battery to run a weak current through your bucket of water and drop the spore in. Oh, I was right? I was right? You attach a small battery to run a weak current through your bucket of water and drop the spore in. I'm correct. The next morning, your spore is the only one already growing. By the end of the day, it's already 1/2 meter tall. And the day after that, it's so huge it hits the ceiling and you have to move it outside. I was correct. That was a total guess. Your tree outpaces all the others by a long shot. At the end of the week, Tang proudly displays an edit to the surveyor's holonet notes. Shows rapid growth when stimulated with a mild electric current, as discovered by our junior botanists. I am a scientist. I am. I'm the scientist king. I am. It's me. Oh, it's a card game. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Oh no, there's math involved. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Okay. What counts as a good hand? Oh no, it's poker! Bonus for flushes. Bonus for pairs. Bonus for straights. Well, that's unfortunate. Increasing from left to right. The more cards in a flush pair or straight, the higher the bonus adding to your total. Okay. Sadly, I will not receive this bonus. So... Oh, no. I changed my mind. Oh, I won! I did it! You worked well this month. Yay! That's right. No straights allowed on this stream. Your skills increase when you work or go to school, so... Working also increases stress. Yep, it sure does. Plus 13 stress! Good lord. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know that growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric. When you saw them all the time, you stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. Aw. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. I'll try. Your dad smiles, and Professor Hal will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are lots of ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future. And if it means if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. All these parents are very chill. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. Unlock shoveling dirt. And come by geoponics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Okay. Where is everybody? Oh. You see Dice sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching a gate in the wall to the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? Good question. You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've half remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you dreams weren't real. Ooh, unless they are. Breaking from your daydream, Dice whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Oh, stop making fun of me, Dice pouts. You're as bad as Mars. Oh, well, I wasn't trying to be. I was trying to validate your fears, little boy. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Selene, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. The spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Sure, anything for you. Oh, it's a fun... Oh, you've redeemed a fun fact. Let's see. Dude, fun fact. Blue cypresses are our favorite tree. Does that count? Does that count as a fun fact? Oh. Get them yourself. Okay. Good, Mars claps. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Technically, it is a cypress fact. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles at your approach. Oh, hello, Selene, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars soy sweets. Excuse me. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. 1 order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nano-print it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Yeah, we just think they're very pretty looking trees, and we like their leaves and their bark. They're very good. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares, too. Mars puts out her hand expectantly. Give it here. What's my persuasion? 1/2. The audacity! She glares at you and you stare back defiantly. Ugh, okay, fine, she eventually relents with a small smile. You did fetch them after all. You split the box of soy sweets with Mars and sit to eat some with her. They're great. Tammy's a good baker, Mars sighs, but I wish she wasn't so scared of everything here. Sure, the weather is gross, but it's not dangerous. Yeah, they're really nice trees, and... yeah, maybe so. I don't actually know if they're native to this area, but, well, they may not be native, but I have seen them around. Oh, right. Administrator Seek's looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it because, like, ew, running around out there? No. Okay. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred you. I could do that, or I could study humanities. I could go to school. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? She asks. Remember, Solane, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the stratospheric severed frame. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. She claps her hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? Can I join expeditions? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous. She shakes her head. Your father would be worried. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find out, then maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge on this one. For now, stay inside the walls. Okay, bye. If I were playing this on my own, I might go through all the options, but... What a sweet thing to call your child. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Just hanging with my friends. That cow's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she's spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you've got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. How many players are in a sports ball team? He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons. Back on Earth it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. Let's talk to Anemone. Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her wrists, trying to keep it in the air. Is it volleyball? What sports ball? Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Bounce it back. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-size court, way bigger than the little 0G one on the Stratospheric. Her brother Calm, is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Unlocked sports ball? We've unlocked sports ball. Is this sports ball? I suppose it must be. You're very cute. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, we used to play with her. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nanoprinter creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Aw. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Selene, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? Sure. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. A disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements. They've really taken it to the next level. How do you how do you get a doll to have real bowel movements? Oh, goodness, okay. I'm sorry, I just had to laugh at that. I know I am not mature. That's fine. It's fine. I can be mature if I want to. Alright. And 2 super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly who can be programmed to move on their own. Don't like it. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The 2 of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. That's hilarious. I want to study humanities, though. Okay. Let's study humanities. Welcome, Selene, Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities, history, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient Earth poetry, too. He seems excited about that last bit. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through a congruent scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach... Virtual Glom? Oh. She'll be helping me teach them. Welcome! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the glomp, I suppose? I haven't been glomped since 2007. Okay. Had to take a drink break. Oh! Oh, okay, so we just have cards now. That's fine. That's, Wait. Oh. Can I... Super goal? Ooh, okay. Victorious, you worked well this month. Yay! The war. Listen, I went to conventions. My first anime convention was in 2008. I'm old. And, the glomp was real. It really was. We really did do that. Bad times for everyone involved. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say, or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. Mars, don't be a jerk. Oh, no! Is that Anemone? Oh, she's very beautiful, and she's so nice looking. Oh, she looks so adorable. Oh, stop it. You're going to give me flashbacks to my weeaboo days. Okay. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You've chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar. But when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? Secret powers are fun. Oh no, you just discovered it. I'm old. I'm decrepit. I'm absolutely decrepit. You don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. I am 29 and a half. I don't think that's... I know it's not good form to be a VTuber and tell people information about you, but at the same time, there are lots of people that are 29. And everybody knows my birthday anyhow. Oh, she doesn't have anything new to say. Is her name Tangent? What a good trans name. I didn't realize that the portraits in the upper left are changing. Tangent is hunched over in her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hal wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the Colony Holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Get me an AARP membership. We could make our own list. Tangent is dubious, but agrees to try your idea. The two of you run around the colony yard taking pictures of all the different Vertumnan plants that you can find and making up fake science-y sounding names for them, like Wonkius shrubbius and Purplius gracium. I mean, I hope nobody doxes anybody. I will be 30 one day. Aw. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tang doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something. What should I concentrate on in this game? Should I concentrate on the technical side of things, or should I concentrate on survival, or... Don't be mean. Oh, thank you for the follow. Don't be mean. No fighting allowed in my chat, especially not at Crane Theos. I'm the only one that gets to make fun of him. Oh my god. Cal! He's so cute. Cal is riding around the Geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden, shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Selene! Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. We'll have to adapt. Yeah, Cal explains. Things are actually way, way better planet-side. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. Can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. Yes, that's true. I have a degree in the humanities. It's but also exobiology. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Oh, yes, yes. I understand this. I understand it. I am also tired of it. Uncle Tonin blocks your way with a smile. I'm afraid expeditions are off limits for now. It's not safe out there for kids. You'd better toughen up so you can join the squads when you're older. Okay. Is it? He looks very cute. All these characters are really adorable. I'm gonna learn. All right. Let's see. The Torment Nexus. It's when people who are business majors and or tech bros are like very convinced that they should make the worst possible, like, you know how the Squid Game came out, and so then they decided to make Squid Game but real and completely ignored the message of the original Squid Game. That's the Torment Nexus. I'm going to... I do want to be able to register for engineering. And that's my lowest stat, so... Let's study life sciences. This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. Professor Howe brings up a picture of a hop-eye on the holoprojector and asks, who can tell me what special thing hop-eyes do when they see a predator? Do they hop? Oh, is there? Yeah, next month I will relax. They hop away very quickly. That's why we call it a hop-eye. You know, that's true, but that's not what I was getting at. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. That's debatable. You stammer after being put on the spot and say the first thing that comes to mind. That might work, Hal smiles, but hop-eyes don't have wings. He gestures to the picture of one right in front of you on the holoprojector. You feel pretty dumb. They thump their feet to warn other hop-eyes in the area. Then they hop away very quickly. You look over to see Tang smirking at you. Ah! No, I want Tang to like me. You both got it wrong, but you still think she's better than you. Well, that's mean. No, we can do the card challenges. I like the card challenges. I did it. What is my... Ooh, that is a lot of stress. Oh, boy. Yep, I am going to go and I'm going to talk to people and then I am going to do a sleep. Ooh, pollen season. We've made it past the spark snow season. And nobody has anything to say. Pollen season. Let's relax in the lounge. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You flop down onto the lounge's big beanbag pile with some of the other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good on Vertumna, and so does the dirt, even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Anemone bounces in. Holy crap, there's so much space to run around and play in. Com and Chief Red set up an outdoor sports ball court, and it's way huger than the one on the ship. Yes, we know about sports ball. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school is expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, she tells you, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Anemone rolls her eyes, but Tang continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed, she says primly. I want to explore the jungle. Selene is right. You hear over your shoulder, and you startle to find Dis standing right behind you. Yeah, when did he get here? Did you see those huge beasts in the jungle as we were landing? Dis continued, picking at the thread on his sweater as it unravels. I did not see anything. I was in a coma. I wonder if there are more out there. You've had less of the deja vu, dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you've even imagined it. But suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Hold on 1 second. Gotta adjust. Woo! Okay. You know, this is kind of funny because we often get deja vu in this kind of way as well, except, we get deja vu from dreams we've had years in the past. It's a very weird sensation. Mars walks through it as if on cue. OMG. Everybody look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command, she says, clapping her hands excitedly. You know what that means, right? She stands tall with her hands on her hips. Vertumna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. And of course, we have to plant a flag. You look out at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kids, she exclaims, wrapping Anemone and Tangent under each arm. And we were there. Do I want to forget? Why would I want to forget? Does this have anything, like... Does this have any benefit? What does it mean? No! No! I didn't mean that. I don't know. Do the cards just not have as high a value? Maybe. Well, empathy is already my highest, so... Okay. Well... Forgot crawling. I forgot the time that I crawled. You wake up from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Selene, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside, with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh, you were having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Antecedents. Is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? Ooh, cotton candy. I have to go tidy the creche first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off towards the creche, humming to herself. Go get that free candy. Absolutely. 100%. In the cafeteria, Antecedent is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Selene, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts into your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You know, I don't often eat cotton candy, but I like it. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, you think. Pale, pink, and so soft. You keep some to give to her later. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Oh no! Your dad starts to ask her what's happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. Oh no! Did something happen to Tammy? No! Something happened to Tammy? Oh no! She sits down and takes her hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. Selene, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. No! This early in the game? Really? I'm upset. I'm a little bit upset. Your classmate Tammy has died. Oh, that really increased my stress, huh? Oh, hello! Welcome. It's good to see you. Oh my god! They did! She was adorable! Oh my god. You try to understand her words. Tammy? Dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy. Pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it. But what comes out is a sticky, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. This is so upsetting! Should I ask what happened? Maybe if I hadn't gone to get the candy, I would have noticed something happening in the creche and been able to help her. Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holo projector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, for an explanation. A little girl is dead. Someone you've grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death, and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay, and then get changed and crawl into bed a full hour before your bedtime. Oh, this is upsetting. Oh, this is upsetting. Oh, this is upsetting. Oh, my goodness. What did I do wrong? I don't know what I did wrong. You try to fall asleep, but you toss and turn for hours. You eventually drift off to fitful dreams of that small, sticky red lump of cotton candy. Really? Just like that? Oh, this is upsetting. I'm upset. Tang's pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. That's it? There was no reason for that holo projector to break. Professor Hal said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before it just... She gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so... Why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Selene. I just want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find the answer. Can you believe Tammy died? Dis asks morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken holoprojector, the one that crashed with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. And bam, she was dead before she even landed. Man, I didn't want to know that. Oh, sorry, Dis replies, tugging at the sleeves of his oversized jacket. I'll shut up now. Sorry. Ugh, this is so weird. I mean, I wouldn't have put it like that. I just don't want to know the morbid details of what happened. I think that's pretty understandable. Anemone is chucking rocks at the strato, sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid crush. Stupid spaceship. She bends down and picks up another rock, but instead just sobs and breaks this on her hands and knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. I mean, I agree with you, Anemone. I totally understand. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday, too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you kind of always giggled about how obviously... Oh, what? No. Oh, I didn't press any of that. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm pressing the space button on accident. Kind of always giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever, like a princess and a knight. Are you okay? Yeah, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. I mean, no, not really. That's just what people want me to say, right? Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I pick them for her. He runs his hand over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Yeah, I do. Mom! Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Selene. I know! Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Selene. I'm a little bit more than feeling blue. My friend died. Things will start to look up again soon. Yeah, I don't know about that. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down the hill to the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. I miss her too. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people. How come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You've never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. I guess they need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. Well, I mean, I guess I can do that. You find a hefty red Xeno egg. What's a Xeno egg? Oh, this is upsetting. I'm upset. Do I have 10 toughness? I don't think I do. Chief Administrator C greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Selene, you've never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? Oh, thank you for the cat. You didn't realize there was going to be a job interview. But I am organized. Cleaning your bedroom once in a while isn't the same thing, Seek sneers. But luckily for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job, for now, anyway. They use their elegant stylist to note this on their hollow palm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Okay. I'm sad. I'm sad. I am upset. Well... I gotta get more. I'm studying life sciences again. I'm sorry. I know it's boring. I win! Again. Ooh! Oh, there's extras? Okay. Interesting. The colony is going to... Oh, this sucks! The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead. Or you could get back to work. Yes, I'll attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. The recycling room?! The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times, a colonist had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and this is the first time for someone you actually knew. We're not going to recycle her. The mouth of the organics... Oh, God! I don't like this. Oh, and it's her dad. Oh, gosh. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside, you can see a shrouded figure. Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is there, as well as your parents and antecedent and the rest of the council. Cal is there with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Oh, this is upsetting. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile, but they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin... No, we're recycling her. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. Oh, this is upsetting. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. Oh, so sad. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. Oh, God. On the one hand, I want to get more stuff. You feel better just having said goodbye. You didn't really know Tammy that well after all. It's sad that she's dead, but you have to move on. Oh, that's upsetting. Oh, that's upsetting. Oh, I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. I still have no reasoning. What does this mean? Oh. Okay. Oh, God. You know... Parents... I will say, at the very least, that our parents have always been very, understanding about, you know, grief, but we've never had someone in our age group die, especially as a young child, and I can only imagine how traumatic that is. And how poorly some people can handle it. I'm studying life sciences again. Well, that's not working. That's not working. What the hell? No. Oh. It didn't work very well this month. Okay. I only got +1 to biology. Selene, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Ooh, this? Yes, dis, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and She trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late. But people are becoming worried. You get the feeling that Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, Tangent says angrily. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. She sighs. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. Where would I find this boy? Oh. You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing, where his sister is reading her holopalm between classes. She's worried about you. She doesn't care about me, she says silently. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. He scowls and picks at the hem of his sweater. She doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. Ugh! His shoulders slump in relief as you go. Oh no, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. Oh, no, I'm not gonna give her my Xeno egg. That's the only thing I have. Ugh, I have all these kudos and nowhere to spend them yet. My stats are so terrible. I gotta study again. I'm gonna study humanities this time. Tangent's least favorite part of humanities are the days you study earth poetry. She just doesn't get it. If the author was trying to tell us something, why didn't they just come out and say it? Oh, she's good at English. Okay. Okay. We got it this time. The hand was good. It's time for Vertumnalia. Udicott and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicott's speech. In Earth's history, Udicott begins and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. Ahem. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna Project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet on which we find ourselves today. A yawn? Ooh. Oh, wait a second, is this... Oh, I understand now. Is this a patriotism? Ooh. A patriotism to obedience scale. Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to give their own short speeches. Governor Udicott announces each one. Governor Udicott, Command. Chief Administrator Seek, Command. Chief Security Chief Rhett, Garrison. Chief Engineer Instance, Engineering. Chief Cultivator Flulu, Geoponics. Chief Steward Antecedent, Quarters. Oh, it's just Antecedent. Chief Surveyor Melatonin, Expeditions. When it's your mother Flulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants that you've come to appreciate. Juicy Watato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Well, you know, edible fungi doesn't sound so bad. Udicott takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities? She asks. Professor Hal and Security Chief Brett has organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do you join? I don't have good reasoning. It's an all-singing, all-dancing, all-talent extravaganza. Ooh, I don't like that I'm inching closer towards the obedience sign. The entire colony gathers to watch the show after dinner. First up, Dis plods up to the front of the stage as a pop song starts to play. He just stands there, deadpan, staring into space with his arms at his sides, while the singer belts out the first verse. Then as the chorus comes in, he suddenly springs to life, dancing and lip-syncing to the lyrics frantically, waving his arms and grinning maniacally. Then collapses back to standing still once the chorus is over. It's hilarious, but you aren't sure you're supposed to be laughing. Next, Mars performs a choreographed dance routine to an old Earth song by an AI idol. Hatsune Miku? She has light-emitting balls at the end of her hair, which she swings around everywhere in the dim light while controlling a small floating ball drone who dances with her. It's total overkill, but it is impressive. What do you want to do? What should we do? We should try... How about a magic act? Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. Oh, okay. Losing isn't always a bad thing? That's... No. Goal 31. No. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna do this. Can I not use the Xeno egg? Okay. Well, it's not gonna happen. Defeated. My magic act was bad. Your performances... Well, it isn't as good as whatever Mars just did, according to the judges. That was a tough act to beat. Maybe next year. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days' rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Okay. Early dust. Mid-dust. Fun. Okay. How are you doing, Anemone? Anemone is lying in the dirt, sweating and gasping for breath. It's so hot, she complains. How am I supposed to run in these conditions? Sorry. I can't help you. I'm still stupid as hell. You know, Selene, you're alright, Mars says as you approach. Oh, one of my crochet hooks just tried to fall. You blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. You're an alright... what? At your stunned silence, Mars laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You're alright, she repeats. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been help with this, Mars, and don't waste resources like on that, Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication. You shoot the breeze with Mars a little bit longer. At some point, Dis skulks out of the living quarters and has to pass by you both, clearly trying not to draw your attention. Ugh, where is he going now? Mars mutters to you. You know, when I said that I would be your best friend, you didn't tell me that you were mean. That might have been a deal breaker for me, actually. Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to Dis. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. I'm not gonna bully Dis. You say it loud enough for Dis to hear. He looks at you with wide eyes before scurrying towards the walls. Huh, Mars says with a little smile. No accounting for taste. She seems to respect that you challenged her. She watches Dis disappear from sight, then shrugs. Maybe you can get through to him. I've tried, but he doesn't care about contributing to the colony or being popular or earning kudos or anything important. What do you contribute, Mars? Mars laughs and puts her hands on her hips. I contribute plenty and you know it, Selene. People need someone to tell them what to do, don't they? Oh, I regret my choices at the beginning. You good, buddy? I dare you to eat this worm. No, okay. Hey, bud? Oh, he's not okay. Selene, Uncle Tonin sighs as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so precious, so fragile. Please stay near the strip. Oh. Welcome back. I don't know if she's a Karen, but she's definitely something. Okay, well, I'm plenty relaxed, so I think I'm gonna study life sciences. Yeah! This week in biology class, you're studying sugar bugs. This native species looks like purple marshmallows about the size of your fist, all puffy and squishy and kind of cute. They don't move or do much, but if you tickle them, they exude an edible syrup from a hole at the top of their bodies. And now, says Professor Hal, you're going to dissect one. No! No! Instead, you and Cal write an essay about the strange creatures. Cal looks relieved. I'm taking mine home with me, he says, petting it sweetly. It spurts out a bit of syrup and Cal laughs. No! They're cute. Say hello to Holly for me. I think that means she's happy. While researching for the essay, you learn that the sugar bug can actually regenerate after being cut into tiny pieces. That's how it reproduces. Your teacher was probably planning to surprise you with that fact. Well, the morning after the dissection, the classroom is filled with whole, happy sugar bugs once more. I need to get rid of some of these zero cards. They're not doing anything for me. You worked well this month. And I got +1 to reasoning. Can I be at 5 reasoning now, please? Yeah, that is nice. I won't get rid of that one. I don't know what I'll get rid of. Well, maybe I should do a delivery. Hydroponics? Can I do anything in hydroponics? Shovel dirt. Oh. Deliver supplies? Oh. Seek sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. Yeah, I should also probably eat dinner. It's fun getting to yell important delivery coming through and people actually get out of the way. Can I also have dinner? Can I have a bowl of dinner? Yes, can I have sketty, please? Thank you. Oh, I only got 8 stress from that. Very nice. Early wet. Ooh, it's wet. It's wet. Hey there, bud. It's pouring rain and everyone's trying to stay dry under the grassroots palapas. Everyone except Dis, off in the distance over at the wall near the sports ball field. He's definitely skulking. I am not taking any more chances. You tell Security Chief Rhett that you saw Dis up to no good around behind the garrison. He's too distracted trying to put buckets under various leaks in the roof to pay you much attention. Thank you, Selene. I'll check it out later, he says, waving you off. If there's a danger to the colony, one of the lookouts will catch it. Well, unfortunately, Crane Theos cannot eat beef. We would have to make it pork. You're not so sure. You know Dis. He's very good at hiding when he doesn't want to be found. Oh, no! Oh, this is going to end badly. Tangent is watching construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter-long pole and stack it into place. She points towards them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I don't like that attitude, thank you. I've been learning about adaptability, yes, in writing in biology class. The books say it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Also, we can sweat. Tang nods vigorously. Yes, also that. I read that not many animals sweat, except humans. It makes us naturally good in hot places. It's like we're made to be explorers. Together, you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for scaffolding onto the floating screen of her hollow palm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tang says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Don't like that, Tang. I don't like that attitude, Tang. I don't like it. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're really the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? I mean, we can't. Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. Oh god, Tang, are you becoming an exocolonist nationalist? She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof of that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. Oh, I hate it! Oh, Tang, don't go down this path. Anemone is running down around the sports ball court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses into the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training, she explains. My big bro Calm says I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be team captain like him. Tammy Canby's... And I didn't do it? Oh, God. This is going to be one of those games where I need to play it over and over again. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting my dinner delivered to me. Okay, dinner has been delivered. But, okay, how can she be saved? Maybe this is spoilers, but I do want to know. I feel like I'm gonna lose all of these people by the time I'm done. Our reasoning still is not high enough for engineering class. Still. But I have no people skills, so. Tang has a secret admirer. She's totes embarrassed about it, but even she can't resist how nice it feels when someone leaves you little presents. Someone leaves you little presents. It's upsetting. Not quite sure what she's going to do with all those crystals and plants, but you're sure she'll manage. Who's her secret admirer? I'm gonna have to do this game a bunch, aren't I? Oh no! No! You're having a terrifying familiar dream. A monster crashing through the walls. Unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Don't do this. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something. Tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift up heavy pieces of debris. Searching. Oh, God. You wake up shouting, "No!" but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water? It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and a rumble. Thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder, like footsteps of an angry beast. Run outside and play in the rain. Yes! Moving us back towards that middle ground. It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty, packed ground has turned to squelchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching the dramatic streaks of lightning arc down the hills beyond the colony. And nothing terrible happened. Mid-wet. Okay. I don't have any skills. Yes, I'm gonna study life sciences again! Tang is absent almost all of this month. Hal explains that Chief Engineer Instance has asked for Tang's help with a few experiments. Because you're judged on what you know, not what you prove you've learned in class, many older students choose to skip class and instead get hands-on experience in their field of interest. Tang's been working closely with Instance since she was a kid. I did it! Am I good enough at reasoning to be an engineer yet? This is still alive, which is great. I was a little worried about that. Let's see. Do I want to shovel dirt? Oh no. No. I'll shovel dirt. I want to be friends with Cal. It's your first day in the glorious world of agricultural soil conveyance. Oh boy! Good morning, Selene. Looks like you're working for your old lady. Hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my kid. I'm also curious as to what's going on the hydroponics day. No, nobody died. She walks you around the geoponics wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste, and equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Now, any questions before you start moving that dirt? We have machines for this? The construction crew has already claimed all the hover lifts, she said, shrugging. But they'll break down in a few years anyway, and we don't have the materials to fix them. She grips your forearm. We're planetside now. Use your muscles. Nature's hydraulic pistons. Why not use hydroponics? On the ship, we grew most of our plants with their roots in the water, and it's true that's more hygienic that way, your mom replies. She brushes an insect off her arm, which lets out a loud squeak of objection. The bugs make sounds in this world. But hydroponic systems use too much energy. Here we have to grow as much as we can the old-fashioned way. Let's get to work. That's my kid, your mom says, slapping you on the back. You stumble a little. Your arms start to ache after the first half hour of work, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted. And good somehow. You can feel your muscles growing already. Oh yeah, let's shovel dirt. Dirt! Alright. Okay, hold on. I gotta adjust again. Streaming for this long makes my butt hurt. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning, you wake up in the darkness and have to check your holopalm to know what time it is. You stray a hollow stream from Mars. Who is she streaming to? Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out in the dark. I am staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point in even going out if you can't see anything? It's gonna be a long, boring month. No! You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything is so full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls and gurgling roars. Yeah, beef is just a no-go in our house. After Mar's message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other survivors have been called back and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air as if everyone's waiting for something. Oh, okay. It's dark. I think I'm gonna rest. I think it's a good time to rest. In fact. You nestle in the cushions, close your eyes, and listen to music. You have an archive of over 100 years of music to choose from, but still. You wonder what new songs they're writing these days, 10 million light years away on Earth. The only new music you've heard is when the adults have come up with a new space shanty. It's nice, good music for harmonizing with your friends as you work, but it's not really something you want in your ears all of the time. Well, I don't want to get rid of these cards. I want to get rid of the 0 cards. Oh, God. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start up. Well, what passes for day. It's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look towards the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. Oh my God. If another child dies. Dairy's fine. Dairy is okay. Beef is not. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you use for hull breaches and fires, and in Space it meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna, it means go to an assembly point and wait for instructions. I'd love to help fight, but unfortunately I am weak. Oh my God. Listen! Don't laugh! I think someone else is gonna die. You find Dis in the crush and join him in hiding under the arts and crafts table. The lights are dim. You scared? He asks quietly. Yeah. Dis shrugs. I thought I would be, but I'm not, he says. I'm not scared of stuff like this. You can't help but glance at the holo projector on the wall, the one that electrocuted your classmate Tammy earlier this year. The glowing bear looms over the room and for a moment looks more like a monster than a toy. You grew up here. It feels weird to be hiding here like you're just little kids again. Ooh, yes, please. You hear more gunfire and yelling, but within half an hour they play the all-clear tone. Oh God, please, tell me everything is fine. Chief Surveyor Tonin comes in to let you know it's all safe now as the light comes back on. You glance at the hologram teddy bear again. Tonin was Tammy's dad. How can he be sure it's safe? How can he be sure anything is safe? You're relieved when your parents arrive with an ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened at Geoponics. Oh God, what happened? After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody had seen before. It's like something had driven them to assault the colony. Oh boy! At least nobody was killed this time. At least nobody was killed this time. Nobody died, but it seems like the dark season is a bad time. I'm still only +4 reasoning. There must be something else I can do. You okay, Cal? Cal, I think maybe we are doing something to them. I think perhaps that's the point. Hey, Mars. I should have had a wetter brain. No. Surely there's like something I can do that will do better for me. I'm not gonna be tough. I'm not gonna be tough. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled-up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised she even has time to nap. You turn to leave her in peace when you bump into Anemone. Whoa, Anemone says. She hardly ever sleeps, like just a couple hours a night. Is she sick or something? I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement, Anemone says, rubbing at one of the scales sprouting on her jawline. She hardly needs to sleep at all. She's probably stayed up all night studying for this morning's history test. There was a test? Me, I flunked it, Anemone says, matter-of-factly. No biggie, though. If I didn't have to sleep, I'd probably play games all day instead of studying anyway. Tang's hollow palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches, looking totally refreshed and alert. She sees you watching her and looks annoyed. Just a power nap, she says. No reason to gawk. I want to get rid of these zeros. Oh, man. The card collecting is starting to get hard. Hold on. I want to eat the rest of this pasta real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, pasta's 8. Just had to... it was getting cold, and I didn't want it to get cold, so... Let's see. So much has happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members to keep close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. And all the excitement you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with an enthusiastic... They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise! A Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Here's us the second month of quiet. That would be incredibly confusing. Spark snow drifts past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish like a magic trick. At least, you think it's fruit. What are those? What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I'm sure you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? Selene is not allowed outside the gates, your mom said, interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack. Not with everything we know is out there now. You knew about the attack. Admit it. Your parents exchange a heavy look. The surveyors knew there was something dangerous out there we hadn't encountered yet, your mom admits after a guilty silence. But we didn't know it would attack the colony. We thought if we closed the gates and stayed inside, it wouldn't see us as a threat. Hold on. I think I had a little pasta stuck in my throat. We didn't want to scare everyone, your dad adds. It was just a precaution. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. Oh, to be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, you know, even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. Your mom gives you a stern look, and I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom does not laugh. What? Me? Never. Yeah, you better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. Oh my god, okay. Let's see. I have been streaming for a bit now, I think. What time is it? Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I think I am going to call it for today. I've been streaming for probably about 2 hours, which is better than 45 minutes last time. I promise I'm going to get to that storyline eventually. But, yeah, I don't know how to save. Ooh. New save. Stream. Let's see. Yeah. I think I am going to call it a night, and yeah. I will let you guys have the nice sounds of the soundtrack to play out. No problem. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody. It's good to see you. Hopefully we'll be doing this more often. I do need to work on art, so that will probably be the next stream. And then... yes, so I will probably be working on art next time. And then maybe we'll do some more Honkai Star Rail or something else. We shall see. But thank you for coming, and I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, thank you.